Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Boy, it's been a minute. It's been a minute. Let's see if I remember how to do this stuff. How are you all doing today? Hope everybody is blessed. Hope everybody is great. Hope everybody is doing wonderful. Glad to see you all. I know it's been a while, but glad. Sorry about that. Welcome in, Queen Aries. Thank you for coming in. I truly appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope everybody's having a magnificent Monday so far. I'm just glad to be back, y'all. Y'all just don't understand. This body has been not working with me, but I am still here and I'm thankful for it. Thank you for the follow, Queen Aries. Welcome in, Melody. Nice to see you. Thank you for coming in. Just give me a minute, y'all. I'm just sending out my live because I've been gone for a while, so people have been looking for me. But I appreciate everybody showing up. Just give me 1 second, and I'll be right there. And today's topic, as you can see, is the mini mask that we wear. The mini mask that we wear. Welcome in, S. Jackson. Thank you for coming in. Let me send this to Riri real quick because I did make sure I did not forget. Welcome in, Lakia. Thank you for coming in. Welcome in, Becoming Her. Welcome in, everybody. Nice to see you all. If y'all don't mind just sharing out the live. I know I've been MIA for a while. I feel like it's been, 2 weeks? I feel like it's been 2 weeks that y'all have not seen my face. But I'm glad to be back. Thank y'all so much for the repost and the shares out. All right, I'm going to let a little bit more people come in before I jump into the topic. How's everybody been? If anybody in here is new, let me know where you're watching from. Just feels good to be back. It really feels good to be back. She who beloved Diddy. I need to send that out real quick too. Sorry, y'all. Just trying to get everybody who asked me to send it out to send it to them. That's all. Just give me 1 second. Okay. That's fine. But anyway, I hope everybody's doing well. Again, it's Monday, a brand new week, full of opportunities. Let's just get out there and make everything happen today. I know for myself, it's been a bit of a few pause in progress due to the fact that life has been challenging and hard. Body's been not working with me. A couple of weeks ago, I had a lip infection or something got allergic reaction to my lip. And then the week after that, my sciatic nerves start bothering me and I was having trouble walking and moving. So it's definitely been some challenging weeks, but I'm thankful for the challenges because now I'm even better. So I thank God for that. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and just jump into the topic, y'all, because y'all know I'm on a time crunch. So again, if anyone that's in here, if y'all don't mind just sharing out the live, reposting it for me, please. Being grown is ghetto. That is so true. I don't know why I blocked your comment, but let's unblock it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome in. And Adrian, if you don't mind sharing this in the chat for me as well, please. Not the chat, but the prayer line chat as well. Just see if they know where I'm located and where they can see me. Welcome in, Jeffrey. Welcome in, Will Williams. All right, let me go ahead and jump into the topic, y'all. Look, I'm just excited to be back. It's been a while, and I thank all y'all for showing up. Thank you so much. All right. So, welcome back, everybody, to another episode of No Fear, No Doubt Positive Life Coaching. I'm your host, Coach No Fear, and today we're going to free our minds from something that many of us wear every single day. It's not Free Your Mind Friday, but we're going to free our minds today, all right, on Monday. Since we didn't get to do it last Friday, we're going to free our minds today. Welcome in, Lisa. Thank you so much for coming in. All right, so we are going to talk about masks. Not the masks that cover our faces, but the emotional, mental, and spiritual masks that hide who we really are. All right? The masks that hide who we are. And the reason why I picked this topic is because the last time that I was on live, I asked a question. I asked the question was, hello, Lisa. I asked the question, how many of us wear masks on a daily basis? How many of us wear or hide our true selves each and every day, even if that's at home, at work, around our friends, or just, being out in public? So the response that I got back from that question was not really shocking, but kind of shocking to me, because a lot of people wore masks. A lot of people wore masks that, and it was like just to keep the peace, to, not cause any problems, to not ruffle feathers and things like that. And I was just like, well, that's not really being your true authentic self if you're trying to protect other people's feelings and thoughts and emotions, because you can't be who you really are. And people say, well, a lot of people can't handle me. The world can't handle the real me. And it's, again, I have to share that it's not meant for the world to, be able to receive you. It's up for you to be who you are. And then the world will, the ones that are meant to receive you in this world will. Welcome in, Farrah. Nice to see you. Thank you for coming in. All right. So some of us wear a different mask at work, a different mask around family, a different mask around our friends, at church, and even when we're alone. Is that true? Is that true? Is that a true statement? Do we all wear masks around our family, friends, church, and when we're alone? That's a yes or no question. If y'all don't mind putting that in the chat for me. We've become so comfortable pretending that we've forgotten who we really are. We have gotten so comfortable pretending that we have really forgot who we really are. Welcome in, Riri. Thank you for coming in. All right. Today's question is, who are you really when no one is watching? That is the question. Who are you really when no one is watching? That's good, Farrah. Welcome in, Riri. Nice to see you. Thank you for joining. But the question is for everybody, who are you when nobody is watching? Are you still your authentic, real self? Or are you still putting on these masks, because you've been pretending so long that you honestly don't even know who you are, or you have lost your whole identity? All I can be is authentically me. And that's good, Melody. That's all you need to be. Still myself. Okay. All right. But that's when you're alone. Now we're about to get into it. Why do we wear masks? That's the question. Why do we wear masks? Since we know we're still ourselves when we're alone, but why do we wear them when we're around other people or in front of other people that we care about or love? People wear masks for many reasons. Fear of rejection, fear of conflict, disappointing others, being misunderstood, or fear of losing relationships. Does any of those tie into with your fears of why you guys wear masks? Does any of those answer any of the reasons why you all wear masks? And another one is for people pleasing. Another reason why we wear masks is for people pleasing, because we don't know how to say no. We are so used to saying yes and doing whatever other people, doing things what other people want us to do, even though it may hurt us, may harm us, or doing things that we don't even feel comfortable doing ourselves, but it's making them happy. Welcome in, Wasted Wellness. Nice to see you as well. Thank you for the repost. Also, fear of not fitting in. Severe head trauma does not allow me the luxury of wearing a mask. Okay. Sometimes we spend so many years trying to survive that pretending became normal. We smile while we're hurting. We laugh while we're depressed. We tell everyone we're okay when we're falling apart inside. Welcome in, the Weeping Prophet, and welcome in, Coach D. Nice to see you all. We tell everyone we're okay when we're falling apart inside. We become actors in our own lives, but pretending doesn't produce peace. It produces exhaustion plus loss of identity. That is what pretending does. It does not produce peace, and it produces exhaustion as well as loss of our identity. Now, we're going to talk about the different type of masks, all right? And I might break them down in a little bit more detail as I go along. The workplace mask. I heard a lot of people wear these at work. A lot of people have these masks at work, all right? Many people go to work every day pretending everything is fine, pretending that they're somebody totally different than who they are at home. They greet coworkers with a smile. They laugh at jokes. They avoid difficult conversations. Meanwhile, they're carrying stress, frustration, anxiety, and resentment. Instead of communicating respectfully, they suppress everything. Eventually, one small comment causes an explosion, not because of that one moment, but because of years of bottled up emotions. How many can really attest and agree to this? That we go to work, sometimes we try to paint a picture or an image of ourselves so we can seem do-gooders, or we love our job, or we love this position so much that we'll do whatever it takes to get to the top. How many of us do this at work? And don't go ahead and be honest, because this is an honest room now. There ain't nothing to hide. And I'll be honest, I used to do the same thing. I was a true people pleaser. At my job, for the place that I left after being there for 10 years, I did everything in my willpower to reassure that they saw me for who I was. They saw that I put in, work on the clock and off the clock. I did, help with employees. I helped with customer service. I did my job and other people's as well. But at some point in time, me people pleasing, I started to lose myself. I started to not recognize my own worth because I was just doing everything for them just to get a pat on the back or get a good job. Even though they wasn't increasing my pay, they wasn't taking the weight off of me. They were just adding more tasks for me to do. To me, former people pleaser. Yes. The question was, how many of us wear masks at work? That was the question. And the fact is that we hold this image at work so long for years, because majority of the time we're at a company for years, that we sometimes allow our true self to slip. When someone says something that irritates us or bothers us, or someone sends us that email that's very conflictional or, very direct to us and we don't like it. So sometimes those little slight moments is when those comments come out from explosion or for holding back so long. So that is why I feel like it is best to be who you are, be yourself, and express yourself freely, but respectfully. Like, there's no reason why you can't be who you are at home and at work. There's no such thing as being too direct. It's the fact is that it's the way you present it. It's the way you deliver it. And that's why I share with all of my students and things like that. It's not, you can say whatever you want to say in your heart and what's on your mind. It's just the way you deliver it and reassure that you're communicating in a way where the person is not feeling threatened and they understand what you're saying. All right. Because I used to feel like, adults used to say, well, you can't talk to me like that. You can't talk to me. You're still a child. As a child, I was always combative. I'm always going to talk back because I want to know why. Why are you telling me I can't do this? Why can't I do that? So I'm going to ask questions. But I realized as I got older that it's not about what you say. It's just being respectful behind it and being courteous of how you saying things. If I say, oh, you big, fat, lazy, whatever, you don't never come to work, you don't never do nothing. How you think that's going to rub against somebody that is having a weight problem or, really don't do their work, but are very sensitive? So again, we have to be mindful because everybody is not built forward tough like us, or some of us can't take, criticism that well, positive or negative. So you just have to be mindful of that. All right, we're moving on to the next mask, and that's the family mask. I think this is another big mask. Sometimes family is where we wear the biggest mask because we don't want to upset anyone. We don't want to disappoint our parents or family members. We don't want to offend our siblings, so we stay silent. We stay hidden from we allow disrespect. We ignore unhealthy behavior. We keep saying, I'm fine, I'm okay, it's all right, I'll let it go, no problem, not your fault. Well, none of those things are actually true. We stay hidden from some things because, when we're younger, growing up around family, going around cousins and older adults and older family members, sometimes we're the youngest. So, we try to be respectful and try to allow the older person to, be older and do what they're supposed to do. But, as we get older, we both turn into adults. For instance, saying a friend or a cousin of you used to talk down to you, well, you do this and you do that, or they yell at you or they raise your voice at you and you used to, ignore it or didn't pay any attention because, again, we're kids. We don't take it very personal. But now that we're adults in our 30s and 40s and your older cousin is coming to you telling me, well, you shouldn't have did this and you shouldn't have did that and you too old to be doing that. No, that's not going to, with me, that's not going to be a good way to approach me because I will give you that same energy back. So We have to also learn too that we're no longer children, so we need to speak to each other respectfully as an adult. If you want respect and you want, courtesy and compassion, then you need to deliver it and give it as well. All right. So again, we got to take those masks off from our families, because those are most of the time the people that we hide from the most. Those are the people that we hide from the most. It's the people that we love because we don't want to, hurt people's feelings or make them feel less than who they are. But we have to be honest and real and authentic with them, because you keep painting this fake image of yourself. And then when you get tired of trying to be that fake image and you become your real self, they'll be surprised of the things that you say and the things that you do, because that was never you in the beginning. All right. The third mask, the friends mask. Sometimes we're surrounded by people who don't even know the real us. How many of us can say that we are surrounded by people that don't even know the real us? How many of us can agree or say that we have people around us that's just like that? We say that we're friends, we're homies, we're girls, and we hang out, we chill, but they don't even know your favorite color. They don't even know what food you're allergic to. They don't even know what your favorite hobby is. That's when you know that they're not real friends. They're just associates. They know the version we created, or the version of ourselves that we showed them. The funny version, the strong version, the one that makes everyone laugh. The successful version. I don't know, I can't talk today, y'all. Got to forgive me. But they don't know we're struggling. Real friendships require honesty, openness, and understanding. You shouldn't have to perform to be accepted or to fit in. You shouldn't have to be a people pleaser. You shouldn't always have to show up or be there when they always need you, because they have to understand that you have your own life too, and you got to live that as well. But you're still supporting them in many other ways by not just because you don't show up, you can still share their posts. You can still promote their page or whatever they're doing on social media. You can do so many other ways to support and still show, true love and passion towards that person by not even always being there. All right. The next mask, people pleasing. One of the biggest masks we wear besides for our family is people pleasing. We say yes when we want to say no. We apologize for things when we didn't do it. We sacrifice our own peace trying to making everyone else feel comfortable. How many of us do this? How many sacrifice our own peace trying to make everyone else comfortable? And I'm not talking about for your kids and things like that. I'm talking about for family members, for friends, putting yourself on that back burner and allowing everybody else's dreams and visions to go ahead, but allowing yours to just to wait. Thank you, Lisa, for the shares. Thank you for the follow as well. How many of us do that? I know I have done that many times in my past. I have pushed so many people to become great, and sometimes I forget about pushing myself. Here's the truth. You cannot make everyone happy. The real truth. We cannot make everyone happy, and we shouldn't want to. And while you're trying to keep everyone else comfortable, you're making yourself miserable, losing your true self, losing your identity, losing who God purposed you to be, because you're so bundled up and constrained to making sure everybody else sees that you're pushing other people. But what about you? What about your dreams? What about your goals? What about the things you want to accomplish or conquer? Welcome in. Blessings to you as well. So sometimes it's okay to put yourself first, because again, we have to be okay in order to help other people. Now we're going to talk about keeping the peace versus living in peace. Excuse me. How many of us say this? I stay quiet because I want to keep the peace. I don't want no problems. I don't want no confrontations. How many of us truly say that? I want to keep the peace by not saying anything. All right. How many of us say that? Gift of hope. Okay. Sorry, I'm reading the text message from my wife. She has another job interview today. All right. I do. Okay. That's just being honest. And that's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. No, I know you don't. You're going to say whatever's on your mind. I know. It depends if I feel like tussling. Well, we shouldn't have to be worried about tussling. Welcome in, Songbird. I could have sworn I sent you the invite. I'm sorry if I didn't. But there's no need to even be tussling, because we shouldn't even allow ourselves to get to that point of where we even want to tussle. We should say what we mean and how we feel and move on. Because again, we getting there. We getting there. Let me keep going. We getting there. Many people confuse these two. Keeping the peace often means avoiding the truth. Living in peace means addressing the truth with love, with intent to heal or to fix, with compassion. That's living in peace. Now, keeping the peace says, I won't say anything. Living in peace says, I'll speak honestly, respectfully, and with love plus compassion. All right? Silence is not always peace, y'all. You know, when you the wife or the husband, when y'all get upset at each other, or your boyfriend and girlfriend, y'all get upset at each other and y'all give each other the silent treatment, that don't work. I'm just letting y'all know that silence doesn't work. It only does is cause confrontations and more problems, because while you're sitting over there doing the silent treatment, I'm over here trying to figure out why you're quiet. Well, what are you over there thinking about? Well, what are you over there planning? Because supposedly you're mad at me. So that silent treatment, it does nothing but get me inquisitive and start investigating and seeing, what are you doing since you're so quiet to me? Silence right now is really disturbing your peace. You want to know why, Lisa? You want to know why that silence is disturbing your peace? It's because God is trying to tell you something. He's trying to speak to you. He's trying to let you know that sometimes you need to sit into silence so you can hear yourself think. It is, though. And that's the part that I had to learn, too, because sometimes we have to be still. We got to be still because we're moving so fast. We're trying to do so many things to accomplish, to push ourselves to, there's a certain point in life, at a certain time, and wow, Jesus, that we really got to sit there and listen and hear God and let us know what the next steps are, because we moving too fast, y'all. Like, for real, for real. We move too fast. We get excited when we hear one positive thing or hear a testimony or a prophecy to say things are going to be great or things are coming. It never says when, though. It never says when. Didn't say right then, tomorrow, next week. So you have to just sit there and just wait and listen. Oh, he's talking. It's just the question is your relationship close enough to God that you can hear him, though? That's the question. He's talking. It's just the fact is, are you close enough, and is your relationship strong enough with God so you can understand that is him talking to you? Because God uses many signs to speak to you, not just words, not just music, not just people. Yes, do not mistake silence for abandonment. God is still working even when you can't see it. And that's what a lot of people have to realize, that just because we don't see it and we don't feel it, or it's not happening right instantly and right there, God is working things in the future. He's building things up so you can be there when you need to be there. But I think I've reached the point where I've been too quiet. Okay. Then that means it's time to start moving then, Lisa. Start taking them steps. Start moving with those thoughts and those things that God has put in your mind to do. Because maybe he's already told you what to do and you're just sitting there waiting. That could be it too. He could already told you what to do and what you need to do and which way you need to move. But we sometimes think it's not God, or we don't think that we're not good enough to do it. So we got to move no matter how unsecure or how insecure we feel like we are. Oh, I see what you're saying, Lisa. I got you. Yeah, it's time. Can't be quiet forever. That goes for me too. I thought I was gonna be able to sit back in the back of the back of the church, back of the pews, and just listen and not allow God to use my gifts. But I was wrong. I'm here each and every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday speaking now, sharing my truth, sharing my testimonies to help other people see that life ain't easy, but it's capable and it's able to be accomplished. We can go after anything we want to with the faith of God and the strength of God as well. All right. All right. Let me stay on track because I will definitely go off. Showing up, God said, psych. Exactly. God definitely, that's exactly how he said it. Psych. All right. Silence is not always peace. Sometimes silence is fear. Again, sometimes silence is fear. Sometimes silence is emotional bondage because you don't know how to express yourself. So we are so afraid that people won't understand us or don't understand where we're coming from. So we just sit there in silence. And sometimes our message and our testimonies need to be heard because, again, what we have been through is to release and break and let free of other people what they're dealing with. Not every season is meant to be loud. Some of the greatest breakthrough begin in the quiet. That is so true, Wasted Wellness. Right? Now, this is what I was trying not to jump to, is it's not your job to control someone else's feelings or emotions. All right? It is not your job to control someone else's feelings or emotions. One lesson that changed my life is this. You are responsible for your words, for your attitude, and for your delivery. But you are not responsible for someone else's emotional reaction. You are not responsible for someone else's emotional reaction. Okay? If you speak with love, respectfully, and with truth, you have nothing to worry about. Nothing at all. Because again, it's the way the person perceives what you say. If you say it with kindness, with respect, and being honest, they have nothing to challenge back. But by the fact that the way that what you said to them, they didn't like it. Again, that's not your fault. You released yourself. You gave yourself some peace and some grace for not carrying that weight on you anymore. And that goes the same thing for forgiveness, y'all. Now I truly understand why forgiveness is not meant for everybody else, it's meant for you. The reason why forgiveness is so important, y'all, is because, and I read this, and this is in Matthew 6:14-15. If one of my moderators don't mind putting that in the chat for me. Matthew 6:14-15. We have to forgive others due to the fact that if we do not forgive others, God does not forgive us for our own sins. And that's something that I've learned in the past week or so. And look it up for yourself. Again, Matthew 6:14-15. If we do not forgive others for what they have done to us, God is not going to forgive us for what we have done to others or the other sins that we have committed. So that's why it is important. Now I truly understand why they say when you forgive somebody, it's not for them. It's for you. It's for your well-being. It's for your eternal living. It's for your walk with God. So that's something that I learned this past week, and that is very powerful to know. So y'all stop holding on to that anger, that animosity, and let them people go. Welcome in, Brown Eyes. Nice to see you, and good afternoon. Let that hurt go. Let that pain go. Let that traumatized people go. Welcome in, Brown Eyes. Nice to see you, and good afternoon. Let that hurt go. Let that pain go. Let that traumatizing event go. Forgive the people so you can move forward. And that's another reason some of us are sitting in that quiet place too, because we ain't forgave them yet. We haven't forgave ourselves. We have to forgive, y'all. We really, really, really do. It's so important. Now, how another person receives it belongs to them. Too many people spend years hiding because they're trying to predict everyone else's emotions. It's good to hear, Brown Eyes. And that's impossible and unreal and not our burden to carry. Let me reread that. Too many people spend years hiding because they're trying to predict everyone else's emotions, and that's impossible and unreal, as well as not our burden to carry. God gave her the word because it's the little foxes that cause us not to make it in. That is true. It's a lot of things. And another thing I learned too, like we always blaming the devil and these spirits on what we're doing wrong and what's causing these problems and these issues. And to be honest, it's just our flesh. Our flesh is one of the biggest things that we fight against. Some of our prayer lives and our Bible study skills aren't even advanced enough for the devil to come after us. And I'm just going to be honest and real with y'all. We are not that important in the devil's eyes yet, spiritually wise, for him to be causing the problem. Yes, that is a great question, Wasted Wellness. Are we the problem? And usually we are. We are usually the ones in our own way. Because of the fleshly desires, our fleshly wants. You know, it's not the fact that we don't have problems with smoking and drinking. It's the fact that we actually like doing it. And that's the thing that's holding it and hindering us back. It ain't the demons that keep bringing us the things to smoke and the things to drink. It's the things, the fact that those are the desires of our heart that we actually love to do. Some don't have a prayer life. That's it, brown eyes. We don't. So we got to stop blaming the devil for everything, y'all, and start pointing our fingers at ourselves and ask God, what do I need to fix in myself to stop hindering and blocking me from hearing your voice or hearing the next step that I need to do? Every day, brown eyes, every day. He said the flesh must be unalive every day. So true. That's why I say life does not get easy, no matter what level you may think you are financially, spiritually, a motivator, encourager, a title, pastor, a CEO. It does not matter, because you want to face something each and every day, and it's up to you to deny it or to accept it. We don't want to point a finger at ourselves. Why? Because that means we must expose our mess. That is it, brown eyes. That is it. Nobody wants to expose their mess because, again, we wear these masks to promote ourselves as being better than what we really go through, better than what we really are. If you're a fornicator, you're a fornicator. If you're a sinner, you're a sinner, you know? You can't cover up those things. And again, your actions will speak louder than your words. You can say you're a saint, you can say you're a Christian, you can say whatever. But if your actions don't align with your words, then you're not proving nothing. Yes, deny yourself and flesh. That is it, brown eyes. You are on it today. You are on it. All right. Now, back to delivery matters, okay? Truth without love can become cruelty. Love without truth becomes dishonesty. Facial expressions matter. Body language matters. Tone definitely matters. And words matter as well. If you're saying, I care about you, while rolling your eyes or frowning, your body is speaking louder than your words. Communication isn't only verbal. People hear your attitude before they hear your message. Okay? Again, so that means the way you deliver it, the way you present it, and the tone that you deliver it in will change the whole aspect of that conversation. And this is just a way to show you guys to take off those masks and be who you are. You know, be who you are. Be you. Stop trying to put a smile on your face because, you know, everybody wants to see you smile. Want to see you happy. It's okay to cry. It's okay to be mad. It's okay to be frustrated because we're human. God gave us these emotions for a reason, to express them. So don't hide from it. Don't, hinder yourself from a release or from peace by putting on a mask each and every day to fulfill other people's purpose, other people's emotions and feelings, and you ain't even dealt with your own. All right? Now, when we bottle everything up, when we don't say anything, when we keep these masks on forever, here's what happens. When we never speak or confront our issues or dislikes, pressure builds, frustration grows, bitterness develops. We don't want to do the work to get healed. That is correct. Nobody does. Resentment takes root. Then one day, someone says one little thing and suddenly years of hurt come pouring out. Unfortunately, now we're speaking truth through anger, through fear, and truth developed through anger often creates unnecessary damage. The problem wasn't that you finally spoke. The problem was waiting too long and how you released it. Ooh, I like that. The problem wasn't that you finally spoke. The problem was waiting too long and how you released it. Thank you, Melody. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Stressed out. Some of those issues come from unforgiveness to being nasty. That's it, brown eyes. Again, we are hindering ourselves. We're blocking our own blessings because God has already directed us, shown us what to do, but we still being stubborn in our own ways, being prideful, and thinking that we gonna figure it all out and we got all the answers, and that ain't it. And I've been a prime example of that. I've been humbled quite a few times by God because I thought I was the best thing on the planet. Nothing can stop me. Nothing can, distract me. Nothing can break me. Oh, but God was like, well, let me show you this real quick. God broke me down into pieces where I literally had to find myself all the way over again. And you don't want to go there, y'all. It's a great feeling to be brought, back from the pieces and crumbs, but that feeling of being down there, it sucks. I promise you. Taking my mask off the past couple of days have been emotional, unsettling, and I've cried. And there's nothing wrong with that, Lisa. Express those emotions. Get those things out. So you're able to make room for the faith, the trusting in God, the confidence of God. All right? Got to make space for it. So we got to let that stuff out. Welcome in, Jay. Thank you for coming in. Broke me down. I totally understand, Songbird. I totally understand. And it's one of the worst feelings in the world. But the way that God molds you and puts you back together piece by piece, but you're also becoming somebody different in the process. That's the thing. We're becoming somebody different in the process as he molds us back piece by piece. Somebody totally different. Thank you for the heart, me, Jay. Thank you for the repost as well. All right. So again, the problem is not about finally releasing or speaking of what was bothering you. The problem was waiting too long and how you released it. All right. Now, of course, y'all, I have some tips on how we remove these masks. So I'm gonna give you all these tips real quick, give you all my closing, and then that will be my live for today. All right. So how do we remove the mask? Number one, be honest with yourself. And that is something that, something popped up on my screen. That's something that Brown Eyes was talking about earlier. You know, be honest with yourself. Be real with yourself. Stop pretending you're okay when you're not. Be honest and be real. That's where I think I am. How do I release it? We're getting there right now, Lisa. Healing starts with honesty and being real with yourself. Stop trying to hide. Stop trying to ignore the red flags in your own life. Say, well, you know, I'm getting older, so those are just problems that I had as a kid or a teenager. No, those things are transformed and passed on to you as an adult. Some of our, you know, the things that we dealt with, like, again, some of our childhood traumas. I'm not going to go in great detail with that, but, you know, we still hold on to those things. Not feeling wanted, not feeling worthy, feeling used and abused in all type of ways. All right. So the second tip is stop trying to impress everybody. Stop trying to impress everybody. The people God has assigned to your life will love the real you, support you, check up on you before you check up on them. That is what a real friend is. That is the people that you need to stop trying to impress and bring into your circle to really start to communicate and understand each other. All right. Third thing, learn healthy communication. To be the one that responds, but the woman I'm becoming is fighting it. Yes. And that's what you have to do, Lisa. Your spirit man and your flesh. Your spiritual man is really craving and asking for God, for guidance, for leadings to become better. And your flesh is trying to drag you back to what you used to do, what you used to say, what you used to, you know, get peace from, or get, you know, what you thought peace was from, getting peace from. Yes, the word no is a whole sentence. Yes, especially those who have been through trauma. That is so true. So, third thing, learn healthy communication. And communication means back and forth. That's verbal, nonverbal, written communication, and display communication by videos and things of that matter. Speak respectfully, speak clearly, speak with kindness, check your tone and facial expressions, but speak. You have to talk. That's the only way you are able to communicate. And that's the same way with when you're praying with God. You have to communicate what you need and what is bothering you and what you would like him to fix in order for him to take any steps towards that. Communication is key. Fourth step, set healthy boundaries. Boundaries don't push people away. They teach people how to love and respect you. Again, they teach people how to respect you. And sometimes the boundaries are set for yourself so you know how to respect yourself. And that's some things that we lose sight of too, because we think boundaries are always for other people that they can't get in. But it's sometimes boundaries for ourselves so we don't go out there and do things that we shouldn't be doing as well. You gotta look at it both ways. We keeping things out and we keeping things in. Both ways. All right. Fifth step. Accept that everyone won't understand you. Yes, Brown Eyes, definitely with family. That is the number one thing. Family, family, family. Because we get so comfortable. We think that the closest people to us won't hurt us or won't break us down. Those are sometimes the people that hurt us the most. Again, accept that everyone won't understand you. And that's okay. You weren't created to be accepted by everybody. You were created to be authentic and to be you, to be who God made you to be, to fulfill the purpose that He has over your life before you even put into that womb. That is what we are here for. Not to please other people, not to be seen, not to be, praised as one of the best friends or one of the best people on the planet. No, we are here to build God's kingdom, to direct people to peace, happiness, love, and God's love. My motto is less is best for me. If that works for you, brown eyes, it works. Last note or tip, spend time with God. And honestly, this should have been number one. Spend time with God. God already knows the real you. He isn't asking for perfection. He's asking for honesty. Take the mask off before Him first. All right? Take the mask off before Him first. He wants your authentic self, your nakedness. The same way that He brought you into this world is the same way that He wants you to present yourself to Him each and every time you come to Him. Yes, He did, brown eyes. Yes, He did. I don't know why my TikTok is filtering all these comments today, but it's good. But yes, He says, come to Him. Come to me as you are. It doesn't mean that you're going to stay as you are, but as time progresses, you will start to change. Your relationship with Him will build so many things, your character, your confidence. It helps you find your identity of who you really are and what purpose God has for you. All right. Now, reflection questions for today. Reflection questions for today. Ask yourself, what mask have I been wearing? What mask have I been wearing? Second question, am I living to please people or God? Am I living to please people or God? Third question, what conversation have I been avoiding? What conversation have I been avoiding? Fourth question, am I protecting peace or am I avoiding the truth? Am I protecting peace or am I avoiding the truth? Wonderful question. And the last one for today. Who am I when no one is watching? Who am I when no one is watching? Again, these are just reflection questions that you can ask yourself and answer in the chat or ask yourself later and answer on your own. These are just questions that you definitely should ask yourself about, since majority of everyone in here said they wear masks on a daily basis. So ask yourself those questions, all right? What mask have I been wearing? Am I living to please people or God? What conversation have I been avoiding? Am I protecting peace or am I avoiding truth? And the last one was, who am I when no one is watching? All right. Now, all right. So closing today. Today I want to challenge you. Take one mask off today. Doesn't matter which one it is, if it's your family, your work, your friends, for yourself. Take one mask off. You don't have to keep pretending. You don't have to keep performing. You don't even have to keep carrying the pressure of trying to make everybody happy or keeping the peace, what y'all say. The real you is enough. The authentic you is valuable. The honest you is healing. Always remember, freedom begins the moment you stop pretending. I thank everybody for joining this episode today of No Fear, No Doubt Positive Life Coaching Podcast. I am your coach, No Fear. And as always, I take you from where you are to where you want to be with God's help. All right? So that is the live for today. But does anybody have any questions, any concerns, any suggestions, any comments about today's topic or about anything? I do have a few announcements if no one has any questions. But if today's topic touched your spirit, your soul, got you thinking today, if y'all don't mind putting some hearts in the chat for me, I would truly appreciate you. Thank you, Riri. I appreciate you for showing up, and I hope it was a blessing for y'all today. As some of you all know, that I do have a speaking engagement in about, I think, 2 weeks, or actually it's a week now. This coming Saturday, it will be a week. I will be speaking live. I won't be on a platform or anything like that, I don't think. I don't know yet. We'll figure all that out. Yeah, 7/25/26. I just posted it today. It's in my story and on my page. This will be my first in-person event, speaking in front of a lot of people. But I'm thankful for it. I'm so blessed to have the opportunity for the individual who requested and asked me to speak. Like I said, I've spoken to y'all a lot and saying, many doors are opening and things are happening. And to be honest, they're happening a lot faster than I expected. And sometimes I don't even feel like I'm ready and that I'm not even in the right place with God yet to do so. But I have to just continue to push my relationship with God even harder, to reassure that I am in those places and that I'm able to speak and do those things that He has destined me to do. I will be definitely basically sharing my testimony at that at the event. So majority of you all have heard my testimony from childhood, from my depression to my mom's passing and all of that. Well, I'm going to give it in full HD version on that day. So if anyone is in Atlanta or in Georgia that would like to attend, please check out my last post, I believe, and it's also in my story. If anyone is interested, please try to grab a ticket. There's very limited seating, so please get one if you are interested or if you're even in Georgia. Also, too, don't forget my website is out. It's NFND Positive Life Coaching.com. I'm also available on Google. So if anybody that is interested or inquisitive about my coaching, want to know what it is about, what all that I do, how do I help you get from where you want to go to where you are, where you are to where you want to go, definitely check that out. If I have blessed you or helped you in any way, you can definitely leave a Google review for me. That is definitely will help me out. I'm in the process of building another platform. Well, not another platform. I'm starting to share out my information to different platforms, more to YouTube, more to Facebook, more to Instagram and things like that. So more of my content is available. I think 2 weeks ago, because I haven't been on live in 2 weeks, I posted some more of my lives on YouTube. So if you guys have been missing some of my lives, you can go to YouTube, which is still No Fear, No Doubt, or Positive Divine 86, and you can go see those lives. I did not edit anything because I wanted people to see the authentic me, that the mess ups, the errors, or whatever I messed up on. I want y'all to see that I'm not ashamed of those things, because it's not about what I do, it's what I say. It's what God puts on my heart to release to y'all. Again, I want y'all to know that this is God in me. This is not me. This is not about building a platform for me to be seen, to be heard, or whatever. I'm here to help individuals become the greatest version of themselves, and that's all I'm here for. I don't want to be put on a pedestal. I don't want to be praised as I'm the reason why y'all are doing better, because it truly is God, y'all. And I want to give all that to Him, because it's not me. Majority of the times, I don't even remember what I'm saying, because that's how God moves through me to help y'all. So, does anybody else have any questions, concerns about my coaching, about No Fear, No Doubt, anything like that? But I do appreciate everyone that came in today, for the taps, the loves, the shares, the reposts, the likes, all of the above. I thank everyone that has been supporting me since I have been going live, because sometimes it's definitely a challenge, but I'm thankful for it, the journey, the process. But other than that, if no one has anything to say or if they have anything they would share, I thank you all for being here. I hope y'all all have a magnificent Monday and a great rest of the week. And I definitely will be back here on Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, all right? So I know I've been MIA for a while, y'all. Life has been lifing. But again, I thank God for all the journey through the trials and tribulations that I have faced, because it has strengthened me emotionally, spiritually. And I'm just ready to keep moving forward. So thank you all. Thank you, Grace, for coming in as well. Other than that, y'all have a blessed day, and I will see you all on Wednesday. Thank y'all for joining. Talk to y'all later.